Where the hell did he go? And I heard he was sneaky like that. He just like...
That's so
like
funny.
Jimmy Fallon has the same story. He has a story like playing... I guess Prince called, said Prince wants to play ping pong with Jimmy Fallon. Right? Well, he goes to this room and he's like, what the hell's the problem with Prince? And it's just like a curtain and a ping pong table. And then he like shows up and plays ping pong.
And then
He hits the ball, and Jimmy Fallon goes to get the ball, turns around, Prince is gone. Like, he's just like,
boom,
he's like,
vanished.
like he's just one of those people, I guess. But amazing. We ran into him again at this place called Bar One back in the day, and he was super cool to me because Carmen was cool with me.
Got you.
So like he was with Carmen, and Carmen would be like, oh,
this is Tim.
Tim, and he was like, I go, sir, and he's like, how you doing? I don't know if he knows about Prince's voice is super deep.
Really?
Because he gets on stage and he screams, right? And he's got this like high voice, but backstage he's like, Carmen. It's like bass voice. Hey, how you doing? I'm good. Yeah, we should play some basketball. Like, it's like way
deep.
down here.
That's
like
crazy.
your resting voice.
I
Like
wouldn't have imagined or
the
like,
one you
picture
wake
that.
up with. Yeah, you don't imagine it because he's got this persona.
Yeah.
Michael Jackson's the same way.
Really?
Yeah, he don't talk like this at home.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Okay. I see
He's
what
got
you're
a
saying.
normal voice.
Yeah.
That's the voice that he uses.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people kind of put on a front.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like I've heard Shaggy off the radio. I've heard him. So like Power 96 in Miami, right? My friend of mine, Jen, used to like kind of work for the radio station, and she would like play clips for me of like before an artist would come on. They would have a normal conversation. He'd be like, yo, yeah. He's like, hey, what's up? Da, 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 da. He's like, Shaggy, are you ready? And 2, 1. And he was like, yo, and then he goes into that voice.
That persona, yeah.
Because that's the show voice.
Yeah, that
You know
makes
what I
sense.
mean?
It's
But-
like I feel like people have like a working like a what's it called when you're at a restaurant? Customer service
The
voice.
customers- we all do that.
Yeah, we all are like, oh, like hi, welcome
I
to
do
the-"
that. I catch myself going, my octave is high when I talk.
Yeah.
And then I'll sing down here.
Yeah.
Because this is the voice I wake up with.
Mm-hmm.
But during the day, all of a sudden, the voice is up. You're
Good
like, hey
morning.
man, what's going on? Oh yeah, what's up? And you're like, up here.
Yeah.
And then you come all the way back down. This is the voice I do when like I'm around kids and they're unruly. And I'm like, okay, we're going to start from the top. And then I go back down here and everyone's like, shh, Mr. Tim is talking. I was like, you little brat.
For those of you that don't know, Tim also does voiceovers.
I
like
do.
when I tell you he does everything, he does everything.
Voiceover. I remember the first time I went to a voiceover workshop because I'm a SAG member, so it was for free. It was so Don LaFontaine was like notorious for doing like he's like the movie guy,
Yeah.
right? And I was like, oh, I'm gonna go take a voiceover class so I can really learn how to like speak and enunciate and just learn some tricks.
Yeah.
So the lady gave me, there was like 7 or 8 of us, and we would get up and we would read whatever script they would give us, and then she would give us notes. And then she would record it and go, don't do this, don't put your hands in your pockets, slow down, speed up, change the inflection depending on what you're selling, like if it's a truck commercial.
Yeah.
Right? You know, so she had given me a truck commercial. I was like, cool, it's kind of like up my alley.
Yeah.
Even though I've done like Taco Bell and like a Capital One,
Yeah.
like voiceover stuff, but like the truck one was like this, right? And
Yeah.
you're like, this is Ford tough, 4x4, da 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 da, like a rock. You just like do that,
Like a
right?
rock.
But then you would do like Capital One, what's in your wallet, and it's higher octave.
Yeah.
Or Taco Bell Bunch Box, $5, blah, 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 blah,
Yeah.
blah. Like, you know, so
You
now
have to change it
you
depending on what it
change.
is.
But luckily, because I studied comedy and I studied like mimicking voices, I learned how to change the sound of my voice.
Yeah.
Because I do that with my kids now. Like I teach class and they're like, Mr. Tim,
Sorry.
I have a question. And I'm like, what's your question? So I should stop talking like that, and I just don't know what to do with me because I just keep changing my voice. And they're like, I don't know what you're talking about. So they freak out like, wait. So now they
staring at you?
expect it,
Yeah.
and they go, Tim, do that voice again, you know, and then I'll change it. But I had to learn, like, I hear guys who do impressions, and I'm like, man, that's talent. talent, like to be able to
It's
actually
hard.
sound like the person.
Yeah.
There's a guy now. So Jay Farrell was one of my favorite like impressionists of today's time. There's a bunch of guys like Ari Spears who does some dope stuff. But then there's this new guy that I found on TikTok, and he's this white. I don't know if he's white. He might be Spanish. But he does everyone from like Will Smith to like Owen Wilson.
And he sounds like
And he
them?
sounds exactly like them.
That's crazy.
You know what I mean? So he'll do like the Denzel. All right, okay. Like he'll do that voice, but then Owen Wilson is like, yeah, guys, I'm just one of those. I'm just having a good time here. I just want to make sure everybody got their flowers today. It's like a weird change. But you go, how does he go from like his chest, like Will Smith, yeah, right?
Yeah.
To like an Owen Wilson, or he does a really good, what's his name from Deadpool? Why can't I remember his name right now? And I love this guy. We'll go back to that. But anyway, he does a perfect impression of him.
Okay.
And he does Denzel, Jason Statham. Jason Statham's like this because he's like a murderer. He likes to kill people. You know what I mean? He's like one of those, right? So, but like this is one of the many tools that I use like when I teach.
Yeah.
But I learned all that from like being in entertainment.
That makes sense.
I was on Mad TV a couple times, and I'm listening to Ari Spears do impressions. I'm like, oh man, he's so good.
Yeah.
And he was doing like Mike Tyson, and he was doing Evander Holyfield, and like Don King.
Yeah.
And now I hear him do stuff, and I'm like, he's good.
Yeah.
He's super
He probably
talented.
sounds exactly like him.
Yeah.
I have to watch. You have to show me some of his videos.
Oh yeah.
Like, I need to see them.
You're like, who's that?
Hear them.
Yeah, I'm still infatuated with learning
Yeah.
different dialects, just because I used to answer the phone like that when I was a kid,
Really?
just for fun.
That reminds me of like Buddy the Elf when he's like, Buddy the Elf, what's your favorite color? Like answering the phone.
Even in high school, I'd answer the phone. They're like, the phone would ring. I'm like, hello, is Tim there? Tim who? Tim Stevenson. He's not right here right now, but I'll take a message. And then I'd call back, hey man, what's up? Who's answered your phone? I go, oh, that was me. You know what I mean? Because I was just a character.
Yeah.
And I was like a closet comedian when I was little.
Yeah.
We weren't allowed to listen to like curse word comedians because we were kids, but we were latchkey kids. My parents went to work all day.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't come home till at night. It was me and my sisters taking care of each other. So I was smart enough to go, I can order these cassette tapes off this magazine. They'll deliver it to the house and we get the mail before mom and dad get home.
Oh.
So, so I had like Richard Pryor, I had Eddie Murphy, all curse words.
Did your parents know ever?
Not till later.
Like, by the way, this happened.
In high school, I used to recite Eddie Murphy Delirious at parties.
That's crazy.
Because I'd be like, I know the whole thing verbatim.
Yeah.
So that was a whole other side of me. Dance just happened to be something I fell into.
Yeah.
And happened to be good at picking up. Mm-hmm. And then that
Well, you learn everything so quickly, I feel like.
Yeah, and as an athlete, I was already kind of like that. And maybe because I danced a lot at home and I would like emulate
We
MC
dance at
Hammer.
parties too, right?
At parties,
Yeah.
I would be like learning MC Hammer routines or learning New Edition or Bobby Brown routines or Temptations or old stuff. Mm-hmm. So I already knew how to do choreography.
It was like second nature, probably.
Yeah.
Like, just like easy.
So just and then somebody goes, here's some other tools, and then learning how to hold your center and how to hold my center and use my core is what made me a better hip hop dancer.
Yeah.
Because I knew how to stop and start and count.
Yeah.
Right? So back in the day, like the B-boys and stuff couldn't count.
I'm still learning.
To count?
Yeah.
So
properly. Or just like hearing the music differently, you know?
Yeah, and here's what I used to have this argument with people, right? Because they were like, we don't dance to the counts, we dance to the words. And I said, music was created by musicians who have timing.
Yeah.
Everything has a count.
This is true, yeah.
Everything has a count. If the count is 1 e and a, it's still a count, and it's still based off of a rhythm that has a tempo. So you still have count. You may use the words, right? You may say, I want you to say, I don't know, let's pick a song.
Baby, Justin Bieber.
Right. Baby, 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 oh, like baby, baby. And I'm going, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, oh, you know what I mean? Like, there's still counts.
Yeah, no matter what.
Right. So people, they would argue that point with me. Well, you can't argue that point.
You're like, I'm right, so you can't, like, it makes sense logically.
You think the singer is singing off the beat?
No.
The singer sings on the beat, and the beat has a count.
Yeah.
Because drummers have timing.
Yeah.
Right? So,
Whether
it's bars or 8 counts, it's still a beat.
Yeah.
So, but I understand what they mean because they want people to hit certain things because they want it to portray the baby or whatever that is.
Yeah.
Right?
That makes sense.
But like now, just like I think we were talking when Desi was here, how we do both.
Yes, yeah.
Right?
Ski caca and then count.
I'd be like 1, 2, cat, and 5 and 6, cat, ficky, 1, 2, 3. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's how I teach, and I always break it down to counts at some point, just for the people who think differently.
Gotcha.
They're more count driven than cat driven.
Yeah.
So
I feel like everybody has a different learning.
But I do the cats because that's how it feels to me.
Yeah.
It feels like pop, 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 boom, crack. Right? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They go 5 and 6, 7, 8.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Same thing. But yeah.